Hey guys, Damo here at Perfect Gaming Guides with a 100% walkthrough and all achievements for Planet of Lana. First off, we need to go into the settings, then accessibility and switch off quick time events. If you're planning on getting the full 1000 gamer score, you need to complete every chapter at least once in the game without dying to get the flawless achievement. If you die, just simply restart that chapter where you died and redo it. This game can be completed in around the 3-hour mark with the help of this guide. Let's jump into the game. So, we start the game and we're in Lana's home village. This is Lana, this is the character that we're going to control throughout the entire game. And this is our sister, Elo. So we're just going to first of all learn the sort of dynamics of the game, the controls, and we're going to follow Elo. Anywhere that you need to crouch, you just press LT. You need to jump, you press A. This jump here, you think you've made it. Oof. Nope. There's quite a few jumps in the game that are like that, guys, and it's supposed to happen. Throughout this game there is a lot of cutscenes, really quite enjoyable actually. You can't fast forward through them, which some people that might annoy them, but I actually quite enjoyed the cutscenes within the game. It kept the story going. So here we need to get past the chef without being seen, so we use LT to crouch, wait till she turns her back and then get across the gap and use LT to crouch again, and that gets us our first achievement, Sneaky Sisters. So here's one of the sort of first things that we have to drag using the X button. We just pull it across just to use it to get up onto the platform that we're trying to get onto. taken by one of the robots. So Elo has been captured by the invading robots. This is the beginning of the game properly now, guys. And we go on a quest with Lana to see if she can save her sister. This is our first encounter with a sort of enemy robot. As you can see, we just use the long grass to duck down and hide in it, and when you do that, they hover over the top of you and they scan it. They can't see you when you're in the grass. Again, these guys, it's all kind of line of sight, so we can quite easily just run underneath them, wait till he's pointing another way, jump up. Even if he does spot you here and you manage to sneak under, he will try and come and catch you, but he'll get stuck because he can't fit under the gap. This guy here, he's just going to keep going to the right. As long as we keep going to the right, you'll be fine. He's not going to catch you. this is pretty much the end of chapter 1, guys. That gets us our next achievement. The journey begins, and we are about to start chapter 2.
Ila?
So here we basically just need to hide from this pig. I don't know, what is it? A futuristic pig. Let's call it that. So we hide in the grass so it can't see us. We duck down into the next bunch of grass. Still can't see us. Wait till it turns its back, and then off we go. Bit of a slide, jump across. And now we reach the first puzzle of the game. So it's two platforms that are sort of counterbalanced. We basically need to drag this crate over, pull this one down because we're going to have to put a weight on top of it. Go across here, pull this one down, drag that across. What we need to do is we need to have weight on the platform that we just dragged down, so we're going to leave one of those crates on that platform. We've got a challenge here where we need to get past this, I'm going to call it a pig again. If we just kind of hang there, wait till it sees us, jump out the way, jump over the top of it, jump across, and oh dear, it's fallen into the void. And unfortunately for that pig, we are going to use it in a second to put it on top of the plant that we just sort of walked over the top of there to make a platform appear. Here we found my first shrine. This is another achievement, guys, and there are 10 of these throughout the game, so you get 11 achievements in total for discovering these. You get one for each one that you discover, and a final one for discovering the whole lot of them. We're going to grab that pig, use the X button, drag it across. Another cutscene, and here is our first encounter with the creature called Mui. So after chasing the butterfly, he's got stuck in a trap, and Lana helps him escape.
Tie, imahana. Ima. Imaki.
Climb up the rope. Might need to swing a bit by pushing left and right just to gain a bit of momentum.
Tie.
Then we jump across here and boom, fall through it. Look at that. Pretty cool. And now we're starting to get into the kind of more hostile encounters with these sort of spider robots. So Mui has been trapped again, and we need to try and help release him. So we need to wait until the spider runs in that direction, and we drop down into the grass. We can grab the trap, push it over a bit. Wait again until the spider's facing the other direction. Pull it over a bit further, back into the grass. If it does spot you, that's okay. As long as you get under the gap, it's fine. And then we're going to activate that switch while the robot is as far over to the right as possible. That gives Mui the maximum amount of time to get out of the trap. And that is the end of chapter 2, guys. Throughout the game we have a few cutscenes that are like this, and it's almost kind of like a dream where Lana's dreaming about things that happened in the past, but you do get control of her. And here Lana is waking up with Mui, who is now her best friend forever.
Tiai lang na. Muhi ko. Muhi. Muhi. Tiai mui. Ona la na. Meno. Pamalutiga mui. Olai. Ilo.
So you follow the on-screen prompts. So LT and X, and boom, achievement unlocked at Purrs. Pet Mui for the first time. And you will also get another achievement from that as well. Yep, there we go. A new friend. And we are learning some new controls there. You can control Mui by telling him to stop, and he basically sits and waits in the position that you tell him to. and then you can ask him to rejoin you and start following you again. So here's the first time that we tell Mooey to hold, so you just press the B button when you're standing on top of that plant, and he basically just waits there and extends it, and then you do the exact same for him. You go over to the other plant and you stand on it, and then you press and hold B this time, and that tells him to follow you. Again, we stand there, we press B, we get him to hold, we use that to get across, we get across, we stand on that and we must remain on that. Then we press and hold B and that releases him and he starts following us. We get Mooey to stand on that so that we can jump across, jump down. So there's a narrow gap there up where Mooey is, as you can see, so Lana can't fit through that. So we need to find an alternative route for both of us to get through. Break the planks away, hold B to call Mooey towards us.
Tiai, Ima. Olai.
And here's a new control within the game. We use the L stick and tell Mooey go up to that point and drop the rope down for us.
Kiala Mui. Ima. Olai.
It's important to note as well, guys, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but if Mooey dies, that counts as a death in the game for Lana as well. If you're going for the flawless achievement, you need to make sure that neither of the two of you die. We get Mooey to pause there,
Ima.
and then we get him to run into that corner and we get him to hold in that position. There's creatures underneath that rock and they can actually kill Mooey if you get him to stop in an area where they are. Use that rock to just jump on top to get across, and then you release him, release Mooey, and he will follow you across. Here's another new sort of dynamic to the game as well. We get Mooey to bite through the cable there, so pressing the Y button, and then we press and
Hola,
hold the
muy.
B button just to get him to follow us again. Then we use left stick, point
Toma,
onto the plant where we want him to sit on, press B, extends the platform for us to jump up onto, and then we get him to follow us again. So there's a hole in the ground here. A, we point at that, we get Mooey to stand on it, press Y, he pops through that hole and he pops up at the other side. And that basically allows us to jump across. We wait there,
Hola.
let's Mooey jump across, and remember to remain on that plant until he actually gets up onto the platform with you. Otherwise, he won't make it. Here we have another puzzle, and that electrified cable that's above us, we need to free that. It's holding the trap that we need to slide across and climb up. Here we have another shrine. So shrine 2 and another achievement. So we climb back up and we get Mooey to bite the rope so that it frees the cart below.
Cielo.
And we can now drag that across, and we need that for sort of 2 reasons. You see this sort of pressure plate that we're about to drive over the top of here.
Hola.
That powers the switch off completely, takes the electricity off, but first of all we need to climb up before we do that. Get Mooey to follow us. And we get Mooey to sit in there, but we
Vamos aquí.
don't press Y because that will kill him, because it's still electrified. We grab the cart, we pull it across, switch off the power by putting that on the pressure plate, and then Mooey, we can press Y and he can bite through the cable. That releases the trap, and we can drag it far enough to the right now that allows us to climb up. You start to hear that kind of sinister music. That lets you know that, yep, enemy nearby. And one of the spider bots, we need to keep crouched in this grass, run across when it's facing the other direction. You can actually probably make that all in one go. Wait till he turns, goes to the left, jump up, and make a run for it. If he does spot you, as long as you get into the gap, as we can see here, poof, he can't get through it. Next dynamic here, we are using the A button, we point up, tell Mooey to go up there, and then we press the Y button to get him to drop the rope for us. and we need to get Mui to wait here because again there's one of these rocks with the kind of black creatures underneath it. We can see that there is a crate above us. We need to make sure that we don't push that off the edge. We do need to push it off the edge, but first we need to use it to climb up to get to the third of the shrines. So we drop down from that. We need to just pull that across to the right. Position it there, and then you will see exactly how this works. We call Mui, and these guys start following him. We duck down, we've got grass. So we make a run for that next bunch of grass. You can see that we can get Mui to go into the hole. If we get him to get into that hole, he's going to pop up in the hole that's to the left of us. So we're basically going to use him as bait. He's standing there. As soon as the robot turns round, we press Y again to get him to jump under, and that gives us a distraction to run. You press and hold B to get him to follow you, and once he gets back into the grass, we're golden. Next thing we want to do is, as soon as the robot is facing to the left again, we are pointing up to that point where the A is, and we get Mui to move up there. So it's LT and A, we get him to jump up there. We want to make sure that the robot can see us, and he can't get us as long as we're hiding in that bit. He can't get us. While he's there, Mui can then bite through the rope and drop the logs on top of him. So this is the very end of the chapter, and we need to drop down as it says, jump across to the right, and you need to hit that plank that kind of collapses. Now this is slightly different from what we've seen before, where Mui seems to have some sort of power where he stands on the pressure points and he's able to light them up. You can see Lana standing on it, doesn't do anything. Here we need to go backwards, and there is a rope that is very hard to see, to be honest. And we climb up that, and this is shrine number 4. And another achievement. So you need to leave Mui on the pressure points as long as you possibly can until you can't see anymore, basically, and then you get him to move to the next one. Again, we're stuck here, we can't go any further, only Mui can handle that gap. And by putting the light on, we learn there's a rope. Jump across the gaps, and this is our first enemy that we need to kind of tackle in this chapter. So we're going to get Mui to stand in there, and we're going to learn that if he goes through that area, it electrifies a bit down at the bottom where the spider is. So we're going to use that to our advantage by enticing the spider along towards us. Then we get Mui to go through, and it kind of traps the spider on the left hand side of the electrified bit, which allows us to climb down on the right hand side of the electrified bit. So we need to jump across, break the boards to allow Mui to follow us through. And then we get him to jump up to where the rope is and throw it down to us, pressing the Y button. And here we're going to get Mui to open a secret door for us. and this area is even more weird than the last. The pressure points, whenever you run over the top of them, they light up an area for a kind of set amount of time, and then it starts to go dark again. Very cool. And all the symbols that's happening in the background as well are kind of clues into what the kind of background to the story is. So this one here, guys, is actually used as a part of a clue to solve the next puzzles. We have the symbol that's like a kind of table, the top left, and the one in the bottom right. They're kind of table-like symbols with the dots. Those are needed for solving it's like a kind of musical problem, actually. So there's sort of four, you can see there's four different things that you can interact with that are kind of obvious. So far we've got two of them. We go up to the left here, we get Mui to stand and wait on that, and that reveals the third up above us, directly above us there. You can see it on the wall. And the fourth one, if we grab and move the logs, is there. So the easiest way to remember this is basically you move the bottom one and there are two dots to the left. Jump up to the next bit. And we move this one and there are no dots to the left. Jump up to the next bit and there are three dots to the left. And finally jump up to the fourth one and we move that and there is one dot to the left. After we do that, we run across, jump onto the rope, and that pulls the bell across the pipes, and if it plays the correct tune, we're golden. It's going to open that door to our right. If it's not, then we need to have a look and see what we've done wrong. Get Mui to follow us. Now we're going to interact with this. Goes to a cutscene and we are going to learn that this is going to give Mui some additional powers. And we get an achievement for that as well. And we press on.
Hello. Tava aqui muito. Olá.
So this bit's interesting. So you can see there's a kind of chink of light coming down and shining on that big. It's like a huge caterpillar, isn't it? Because there's light on it, it will stay dormant we need to block the light for it to become available, shall we say. So that's the first part, is as you can see, we get Mui to move the one above, it blocks the light coming through, and then that allows us to control the one at the bottom.
Hola. Vamos aquí.
We're going to use that, pull it out, and then that gives us a platform to climb up onto to reach that ledge. Or not. Reach the ledge, jump up, and then we push it back in so that it pokes out up at the top there. And we do the same, we climb up on that, jump up on the ledge, and then we call Mui to follow us.
Hola.
And that's the end of the chapter. So here we have another puzzle where we need Mui to stand on the pressure plate. We need to grab that trap and kind of put it in the middle. Extend it so that it opens up and gives us a bit more height.
Hola.
Now we have a challenge where we need Mui to get up onto that platform above us. First of all, we have another hidden area, which is quite difficult to see, to be honest, that we've just jumped into, and this is our next shrine. That's our 5th out of 10 shrines. Then we climb up here and we're going to swing a bit. Jump across to the left, and we are going to drop down the platform by standing on it.
Hola.
And call Mui to get him to jump onto it and get him to stay.
Olaj mój. Pamaki. Kialo. Olaj mój.
As soon as you start to hear that kind of sinister music, you know that there's a challenge on the go. We just wait until this spider robot gets out of our way. He's going to jump up. That gives us the chance to go across. We're going to send Mui across to the hole at the right hand side. And we get him to go and hide. We press Y and he goes and hides in the grass. We jump across to the left. So as soon as that turns to the right, we're up there. And then we get Mui to pop his head up so that the spider sees him, and then as soon as it sees him we press Y again so he goes and hides back in the grass. Meanwhile we run across to the right and we just keep going and we release Mui so that he follows us. The spider's going to probably see you but he can't follow you. And we've finished the chapter. So we have another cutscene now, guys, and we learn that Mui does not like being in water.
Meno.
So what this means for us is that any time that there's a large area of water to cross, we need to find a way of getting Mui across.
Olaj. Pamaki. Kialo. Olaj.
So once again, there's water, so we need to find a way of getting Mui across. We just stand under there and it extends the platform and allows him to get across. And then we get him to go back up there and that allows us to get across.
Vamos aquí. Olaj, Mui. Irma. Vamos aquí, Mui.
I go to move on here and then I remember there is actually a shrine below us. So this is our 6th shrine of the game out of 10 and that gets us another achievement.
Olaj. Vamos aquí, Mui.
We now meet this new creature that we can get Mui to take control of, guys, and what he does is by using the RT and left stick he can control the amount of water that is filling up and being removed from the pool area. If we fill it up we can use it to get across and then we drain it so that Mui can get across.
Olaj. Vamos aquí. Cielo. Olaj.
Here we need to drop down again, and then we jump down into the water and we go left at this point. And this is going to get us our next shrine. And another achievement. So just 3 of those to go now.
Olaj. Vamos aquí, Mui. Cielo. Olaj.
So we have another puzzle here, and it's got another one of those creatures, but as you can see we can't get down to it yet. Down the rope and drop down, and you will fall through that platform. Call Mui down.
Vamos aquí.
Get Mui to take control of it.
Hola. Hola. Vamos aquí, muy. Quiero. Hola, y muy.
We just keep going to the right, and we're nearly at the end of chapter 6 here. We get the A Trace from the Past achievement for discovering this spaceship. And that's the end of the chapter. Welcome to chapter 7, guys. So we encounter this console and we interact with that. That opens the door to allow us to progress. Slide and jump across. Use the rope to get down. And here we have an electrified platform. We need to use Mui to switch it off to allow us to pass. Some nice zoomed out cinematic shots in this bit. Here we have a creature that we need to try and get past, so we're going to put Mui on the switch. And once that spider is over as far to the left as possible, we make a run for it to the right, and as the spider walks over the electric cart, we switch the button on and zaps it. Here we have a drawbridge where we get Mui to control the switch to extend the bridge, and that will allow us to get across.
Ima Mui. Kialo.
We get him to retract it so that we can drop down, and then we get Mui to follow us. bit here we need to pull this sort of generator on the left into the water, and we get Mui to go up to the switch up the top,
Tamaki.
and whatever you do, don't get him to press the button yet. Grab this other generator and we pull that into the water. Then we get out of the water to get safe, and we get Mui to electrify it, and then we press the button at our side, and then we get Mui again to press the button to switch the electricity off, and that makes it safe for us to get across.
Olay. Pamaki. Kialo. Olay, Mui. Olay.
Find another console, we interact with that and it takes us to a cutscene. And that drops the bracelet and gets us the In Control achievement. Remember guys, if you're going to go for the flawless achievement, you must do each chapter without dying. It's okay to die on a chapter, but if you do, you need to start it from the beginning and get successfully through it without dying before you get to the very end. Okay, we've got this platform here and it will start to drop as soon as we jump onto it. We'll let that take us down and then we move across to the console and interact with that, and then we get to control this platform and line it up with the edge of this highest platform that we can reach at the moment. Take it up to the top, and as soon as we let go of the button it will start to drop. we want to hop on it as it's passing, get Mui to come with us and get him to stay on the platform, and we jump across to the left. Don't bother interacting with that switch that I went beside there, we don't need to do that yet. We go all the way back over to the left to the console and we take control of the lift again and position it so that Mui is able to bite this, but we don't want him to touch it yet because we need to knock that switch off and that will disable the power. We hold him up there, we press X to let go of the console and we quickly run across, duck under, flick that switch, that will switch the power off and then Mui is able to bite through the cable and that will drop the platform down.
Hello.
We need to go back to the console for a third time here. Take control of the platform and bring it across somewhere in the middle between that gap. And we're going to use that to jump across to the platform that has just dropped. So line it up somewhere in the middle. I've kind of lined it up with the people that's printed on that part of the background, as it used that as a guide. Got plenty of time here. Once it gets to just above head height, you can start making your run, jump across,
Hola.
jump again and get Mui to follow you. And that's chapter 7 completed, guys. Welcome to chapter 8, guys. Chapter 8 is one of the shortest chapters in the game. This one only lasts for a few minutes. We just need to duck in the grass here, let the bot hover over us. So we're going to take control of this robot here. We're going to fly it up to this ledge. We can get this platform to come out.
Hola. Meno muy. Hola aquí.
And this cutscene lasts for about a minute.
Meno.
And that's the end of chapter 8, guys. Welcome to chapter 9, guys. This one starts a bit differently in that we first of all have to go left. When we get there, we are going to find our next shrine. That's 8 out of 10. And then we just head back in the direction we came.
Hilo! Hilo!
So Mui has this power where they can take control and we just push it back. Get up onto the ledge to safety and then we can call Mui to follow us.
Vamos aqui. Piano. Olá.
Quite a wide gap, that one, so just be careful on that one.
Vamos aqui, Mui. Quiero.
Climb up onto this ledge and immediately we want to duck down in the grass.
Olá.
Wait till the robot starts to go back to the right and we run, jump down and hide under this ledge. As soon as it goes over the top of us, we make a run for it. And jump the gap. Get to the grass and we duck and we can see that the robot has actually killed whatever was in the middle of that sort of black plant. Jump across that because if you try and walk through it, it slows you down.
Vamos aqui, Mui. Quiero.
Get Mui to lower the rope. We'll use that to swing across and jump it. and then we go in and take control of this console. That allows us to fly this robot that we've seen earlier. We fly it back over to where we are, and we hover over the top of these black plants, and the robot will kill the thing that's in the middle of them. Once we've killed all 4 of those, we fly up and to the left until we find one of those pressure point plants, and we land on that. And as we jump through this, you'll see how we get kind of stuck and it slows you down. Make our way up to that platform that just extended.
Olay. Tamaki.
And we will get our 9th shrine. And another achievement. Now we can make our way back down, guys. Get Mui to follow us. Here we've got another expanse of water, so we're going to have to find a way to get Mui across. We just position him up on that edge. And we make our way across to the right. You'll see below us that there's a log there, so we drop down into the water. Falling from that height into the water's fine. So we first of all need to move the log back so that it frees up the sort of gate, and then we can move the log to the left.
Ima. Olay. Ima.
Once you swim over with the log close to Mui, you can call him and he'll jump down,
Olay.
and then you need to drag it back across to the right.
Olay. Pamaki Mui. Kialo. Olay.
So some pretty cool cinematic stuff happening here. Need to make it underneath that hut.
Pamaki.
Another creature for Mui to take control of, and we need to get Mui to drag the creature all the way over to the left and place it on that pressure point. We need to time this so that the robot is just moving to the left as we bring the creature over, and that way Mui's safe in the grass and the creature not so much. Now we use Mui to hold that second platform, make it extended for us, and make our way up to the console up on the platform to our left. We interact with that, and that will give us control of the robot. We're just going to do the same as what we've done before, guys. We use it to place it on that pressure point, and that gives us access to the top platform. We get up there and then we call Mui.
Hola, Mui.
And then we get Mui and we place him on the plant, not on the robot. Then we go back across to the console, take control of the robot again and fly it down so that it is on the pressure point at the bottom, and it extends that final platform that allows us to get across.
Hola. Pamaki.
Get Mui to break through this
Hello,
spaghetti
Mui.
gate.
Hola. Hola.
And we have another puzzle to solve.
Pamaki, Mui. Cielo.
So we lower the water as low as it will go, and that gives us as much time as we can to pass these robots. Just time it. If you have to stop in between, you just need to stop under each of the platforms to keep yourself safe. And once you get to the far right hand side, increase the water level again so that you can climb up onto that platform. Then we're going to make our way across and hide in the grass. and you can see there's a log there. We need to grab that and push it over to the left. It's probably going to take you 2 pushes at that. You may be able to do it in one go, but just to be safe, just do it in 2 goes. And you're going to put the log in the water, but you are going to go back to the right. Hide in the grass and then time your move to drop into the water on the right side. Then we need to lower the water again, put it as low as possible to give yourself the best possible chance timing wise. Once that robot moves out the way, we grab the log and we pull it over to the left. And then we position Mui on the log and swim back across.
Hola.
We just keep making our way along to the right and we get some pretty cool scenes here. Not really in any danger or anything here, guys, you just need to keep moving.
Vamos aqui, Mui. Chialo. Hola, Mui.
We have a platform here that we can see that we need to break through, so up onto the ledge and jump down to fall through it. We wait for the robot to go to the left and we make our way up to that ledge up on the right. And made that look more difficult than it is, to be honest. Then as the robot goes back to the left, we just follow it and hide in the grass. Once it gets past us, we jump across and take control using the console. And we want to fly the robot and just land it pretty much beside us. Let go of the console and place Mui on top,
Vamos aqui.
and then take control of the robot again. Then we're going to fly it right up over the top of this stack and over to the right. And we need to hover over the top of that cable and get Mui to bite through it, pressing the Y button, and that drops the rope.
Olá. Vamos aqui. Hello, Mui.
So this bit that we're about to come to, if you haven't already
Alright.
switched QuickTime events off, you could do that now. If you have got QuickTime events on, you will need to do a lot of button mashing. I just switched it off. So we take Mui and we place them right on the edge of that cliff. We make our way across to the right and we're going to encounter a pretty huge spider. So we make our way over, and as we get sort of close to it, its eyes light up, and as soon as that happens we just run like hell to the left. You've actually got a lot of time to do this, guys. You don't need to worry too much about it, and if you've got QuickTime events switched off, this is pretty much a cutscene. If you've got them on, you will get prompts up on screen for what buttons you need to press. End of that, Mui's got control of it, hypnotised it, and we can use it to climb across.
Olá.
So we just keep running for what seems like forever here. Just keep going to the right, and eventually that is you at the end of chapter 9. Congratulations for finishing chapter 9, guys, and we gain another achievement. We've made it this far.
Ilo?
Welcome to chapter 10, guys. This is one of the harder chapters in the game.
Ilo! Ilo!
So we make our way over and we just hang out under that ledge, wait for the robot to face the other way. And we can jump up onto the ledge and then jump up onto the next ledge. Pull yourself up. Just duck down, wait for it to go to the left, and then we can make a sprint for it. For us to get control of this creature, we need to move the light away from it. So we jump across onto the platform that's got the lights on it, and that allows Mui to control it, and they can move it back. Then we need to jump up onto the lift. We get Mui to pull the creature back so that the power goes back on. And then we call Mui to join us.
Olay. Olay.
So we need to get down onto that bit down there, and that's too high for us to drop. We'll die if we try and do that. So we need to find a way of getting down.
Kialo.
Just get Mui to switch
Yellow.
the platform on and off to allow us to get up.
Kialo. Kialo. Kialo.
Then we're going to time our run to go over and press that switch. First time we do this, we run across, we switch it on, and then we run back to the platform. Second time we do it, we run, press the switch, and this time we're able to drop down onto the platform as it's moving down.
Alright.
Then we call Mui to join us. So another puzzle here, and we have a power button with like a hatch that it controls. So we want to put Mui on the control for the hatch.
Vamos aqui.
Presses the button to open the doors.
Cielo, Mui.
We jump down and we press the button to close the doors.
Cielo,
Press
Mui.
it again to allow us to get back out, and we make a run to the right. Then we're going to interact with the console so that we can take control of the magnet this time that's above. When we press RT, that engages the magnet and it will allow us to grab the robot, and we just push it down into this area here and get Mui to lock it in place. Now we're going to use the magnet as a platform, so we can position it roughly there. And at this point it's a good idea to remove Mui from where he's standing by the button, just in case you accidentally free the robot. And we move up to this area up at the left. And we find our final shrine. So 2 achievements here, guys. First one for getting the shrine itself. And then another 110 gamer score for getting all the shrines. Congrats! And we're going to need that magnet again here, guys, so we need to move it back across to the right to use it to get up to the platform above us.
Vamos aqui. Cielo.
So we just drop down there and make our way along to the right. Get Mui to bite through the rope so that we can swing up and across.
Cielo, Mui. Olai.
This part here, guys, is probably one of the harder parts of the game. I'm going to show you an easier way to get through the fans with Mui. But at the moment we need to just get Mui to wait there.
Pamaki.
We just time our runs when we're going to jump over these electrified bits. We need to make sure that the fans are not blowing at the time. Pretty self-explanatory really. Don't need to worry about it actually blowing you backwards. It doesn't do that as long as you're standing on the ground. Just need to go over here, grab this power switch, flick it down, and that switches the electric floor panels off. And we just make our way back across. There was an electric gate blocking your access to the control panel. I'm sure you probably noticed that, but that's it switched off as well. That gives us access to the control panel and we can now fly the robot. So it's a bit tricky, this bit. So we need to time flying it through the fans when they're off. We also need to go down this way so that we bust through this level. So the easiest way to do this next bit is to position your robot as close to the fans as you can. That can be a bit tricky because it does blow it all over the place. So there's perfect, because what we're going to do next is we're going to position Mui on top of the robot. And we need to fly him back out in the exact same way that we just came in with the robot. So up to our right.
Pamaki.
You need to be careful here because if he gets caught with the wind from the fan, he gets blown off and he'll die. Just made that, and at this bit you can hover a bit if you have to, clean through, and then we need to interact with this switch first. That switches the power off, which then allows us to bite through this cable. If you do it the other way around, you kill Mui, and that's that bit done. Make our way back to Mui now.
Olay.
Almost there, guys, but one more fairly tricky bit to do. This one's all about timing, so we want to get Mui and place them on that hole. Then when the spider's facing the other way, we can use that time to run out and get into the grass and hide. So we're going to get Mui to pop his head up, so we're going to get him to go through that hole and pop through while the spider's not looking, and then when it turns around and as soon as it sees him, we get him to pop back through. That allows us to run over to the right to the next patch of grass, or even right over to the rocks, We want the robot to see us so that it comes towards us, and then we can get Mui to go back through the hole, and then press and hold B so that he comes back to us. And then when he gets to that second patch of grass, we just press B to get him to hold. He's still in the grass just now, so once that robot turns to the left again, I'm going to call him by pressing and holding B. He's going to come towards us, and that's us safely past that. That bit's actually trickier than it looks. So this final bit, we just want to stand here and point up at that ledge. We want to wait for the robot to jump down and put Mui up there. And as soon as the robot sees him, we press and hold B to recall him, and then we make a run for it to the right. Mui and I have got separated. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Chapter's not quite finished yet, guys. We just need to make our way over to the right here. So to finish the chapter, we just do a lot of running and just keep going to the right, guys, and then Lana gets caught up in a bit of a sandstorm. Congratulations, guys, that's you completed chapter 10. And as Lana's passed out, she goes into another one of her dreams. And we have a bit of running to do to the left. And this time she sees Elo. Welcome to chapter 11, guys. This chapter is quite a short one again, guys. There's really only one puzzle to do, and then at the end there is a pretty long cutscene. If you've got QuickTime events switched off, you will pretty much just watch the cutscene unfold, and it's pretty cool. If you've got QuickTime events switched on, there'll be a bit of button mashing for you to do, and you just follow the on-screen prompts. But before that, we have a little puzzle to solve. So we meet this old guy in the desert and we start talking to him.
Tiai.
Tiai. Ona. La. Na.
Rakwen.
Ra. Quen. Tatane.
Lana. Pama omena.
Muy. Ilo.
Tilai.
And he leads us over to the right extremely slowly, it has to be said. But while you're waiting on him, you can go and check out how to solve the puzzle. So this is like a code that we need to break here, guys. So you can see that we've got 5 symbols written in chalk on the board, and underneath one of them it's deciphered for us. It tells us that it's dash dash dot for the C shape. We can see that the triangle shape, the code for that is dot dash dot. For the square type shape, that's dot dot dash. And that gives us all the information that we need to be able to solve this puzzle. Meanwhile, we wait on the old guy coming across to get to the machine. So we just work our way left to right and we put in the code. So it was the triangle, so we need to go dot dash dot, and then it's dash dash dot, and dash dash dot again, and then dot dash dot, and finally dot dot dash. Then we go back over to the right and interact with the console, and that starts the beginning of what is one of the best cutscenes of the game. It's pretty cool. Again, if you have QuickTime events switched off, you don't really need to do much here, apart from sit back and enjoy. If you've got them switched on, you're going to have to press the buttons as they prompt you on screen. Be prepared at the end of this scene, guys, that you actually do have to move, otherwise you will be killed, so be ready. just need to run to the right as soon as the cutscene ends. And we get the achievement, Close Call, for making it past the robot army. That was cool. One more gap to jump across, and that is the end of chapter 11, guys. Welcome to chapter 12, guys. This is the final chapter that we have any challenges to do. There is one small chapter after this that is just to wrap the story up. So let's get into it. So here we just need to let the robot fly over the top, and we use this ledge. We just stand in that little gap there. Once it goes back to the left, we climb up and jump across. Get lots of time to do this. And here we need to use the electromagnet there, and we're going to move this crate across. And we need to use the magnet to pick the crate up and move it back to the left so that we can use it to get up onto the platform. Now we need to position the magnet round about there so that we can use it as a way of getting across. When we drop down here, we need to crouch in the grass right away, and as soon as the robot starts going to the right, we just follow it, duck down in the grass, and be ready just to jump up onto that ledge. We can crouch down here, the robot can't see us for the cables. Let it jump up, and what we want to do is when it starts going back to the right, we just run behind it. Hitch a ride in a spaceship. That gets us the point of no return achievement. So it's a good point to remind you, if you're going for the flawless achievement, you need to have completed each of the chapters from start to finish without dying. If you have died at any stage on any of the chapters, you need to start that chapter again and go all the way right through just that chapter to complete it if you're hoping to get the flawless achievement. now in what looks like the enemy robot base. Jump across onto this ledge. Wait till this robot turns to the right and we can get underneath it. And when it faces to the left, we can run over and grab that crate and pull it back to the left. You can see that there's an electrified gate over at the far right. We need to switch the power off in that so that we can get through that gap. Switch that does it. Wait till the spider faces to the left and we can make a run for it. Start to see now what the robots are doing with all these creatures that they're capturing. They're pretty much mashing them up in this grinder, turning them into a green goo. There's Mui. Oh no, he's going to get squished. But he gets through the machine unharmed for some reason. So now we're going to follow those boxes and see where Mui ends up. Wait till that spider bot faces to the right and starts moving to the right, and we can jump up on that ledge. For this part we need to just hide under that ledge. And wait for the second robot to fly to the left. As soon as it gets past us, we jump up, go slightly to the left, and then just use that to run and jump across to the right. You need to take a run and jump at that one, guys. If you try and just climb up onto the platform and then just jump without running, you'll fall, so don't try that. Cutscene here, and we can see Mui again, and he's been taken and moved somewhere else to another part of the machine. Robot scanning at the bottom there, you can jump down and move to that switch at the left. It can't reach you, as long as you just drop straight down you're fine. What that does is it gives us control now of the magnet, and we'll grab that robot, go all the way up here and kind of jam it in this section. While we hold it there, we press and hold the X button so that we can release the console, and then we make a run for it to the right. The robot will be freed, but he's not aware of you, so you can go all the way across to the next console, and that will give us control of the robot itself this time. looking at the sequence of what happened previously, as soon as that box with Mui in it was pushed into that chamber, the box that was in the chamber gets kind of shoved up onto that platform, so we just knocked that one off with the robot. So really what we need to do is get this box across and drop it into that hopper up the top there using the magnet. Take that up and we drop it in the hopper, and that should push Mui's box out onto that platform. Run back across to the right, we take control of the robot and we do the same thing again. We just smash it into the box that Mui's in, or smash it into the wall. Smash it into the box that Mui's in and knock it over, and that starts a little cutscene where we are reunited with Mui, and that unlocks the Back Together achievement. This next bit can be quite tricky, guys. We place Mui on top of the robot and we take control of the robot, and we need to fly through a series of areas that are electrified and flick the switches to switch all the power off for them so that we can then progress through, and it can be quite tricky. And if you just follow the way that I've done this for switching each of these off, you should be fine. This bit here is probably the trickiest bit. You need to make sure that you don't go too far to the left, because if you hit that electrified gate at the left, that will kill Mui. So now that that's done, we can move across to the right and get Mui to follow us. We've got our friend back. This bit here, we need to just drop down and then jump to the left, then take a running jump over to the right, jump again, and then Mui will appear and follow us. And we're getting pretty close to the very end now, guys. We're not in any danger here, you're just learning what the robots are doing with the humans that they're abducting. And now we are starting to see what they do with all the adult humans that they've captured. So they seem to have stuck them all in these little pods. Another cutscene. And we are just about to come up to another cutscene here, and immediately at the end of the cutscene we need to make a run to the right and just follow Mui, because we're going to be chased. So we've found Elo, Lana's sister. She's made it, she survived. Uh-oh. Okay, now we need to make a run. So we just follow Mui here, guys, and he makes a jump. You jump, you'll be okay here. You slide. So you pretty much just follow Mui, slide down, duck underneath, jump across, just drop down, and this time we're going to turn to the left, following Mui, drop down, and then that's you, you're pretty much safe now. As long as you just keep running to the right, you're safe. And that is you at pretty much the end of the game. We find ourselves in this dark corridor, and the only things that we can see is our bracelet and Mui's eyes. And we just keep running for what seems like quite a long time to the right, and we end up in a huge chamber. This is the final challenge of the game. Again guys, this one uses QuickTime events, so I would recommend that you just switch QuickTime events off before you start this part. So we need to make our way across to the right, and you'll see a switch up the top. We need to get Mui to press that, and then immediately we get him to come down and follow us, because a huge pulse is about to come that could kill both him and you. We need to press the button and duck into this area and get Mui to follow us. Then we get Mui to stand by that switch, because he's going to open and close that switch. So by pressing the switch you can see it's opened up the hatches in the floor. He presses it again, it'll close them. So yep, you guessed it, we need to run across, jump into the platform that's kind of lower down, and time it so that we are closing the gate over the top of us to protect us from the pulse. So jump across, press Y to close, jump, and jump, and on your way down you can press Y, just time it. All the way over to the left, and you press the button at the left, and that brings a further sort of orb thing up into the middle area. And basically once you reach that orb and activate it, it just turns into a cutscene after that, and just sit back and enjoy. Final jump, and that's us. The final battle commences. energy, so Mui takes over.
Whoa.
So it kind of looks like Mui's sucking up all the power for this big orb in the sky. Oh no. Some pretty cool scenes here.
Ima, Mui. Ima. Mui.
Not looking too good for Mui. And then Lana starts humming the tune. And that seems to do something. It seems to kickstart the big orb again. So the robots will start to come back to life again. And so does Mui.
Mui? Mui! Tiai. Meno Mui. Olai.
And now we find ourselves in chapter 13, which is the very final part of the game, guys, and it just wraps up the story. So we just make our way back across to the left, which is all very familiar to us, as this is the very start of the game. But this time we go along the top of the buildings.
Tiai.
And we can see that the robots are now our friends. So Lana and Mui have saved everyone. And we now have robot helpers, and so does the chef. So no fear of her turning around and seeing us this time. Just keep making our way over. The dude in the background just chilling out, fishing on his robot. Cool game, guys. Enjoyed this one.
Imaki.
So if we get to this point and we have done all of the chapters without dying, you will get the remaining 3 achievements, guys.
Olai.
And we're close to where Elo was captured. And there we go. Home at last achievement. We'll also get the flawless achievement for completing the game without dying. And because we've got that, that means that we will also get the 100% complete. That's another 200 gamer score. And that is the end of the game, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this guide has been helpful to you guys. Please remember to hit that like button on the video, guys, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, peace.